Right folks, we have arrived at Luss. Yes indeed, here we are. We've made it. However folks, there's loads of coaches here and people wandering around all over the place. It's shocking. Disaster. We thought it'd be nice and quiet, but anyway, here we go into the heart of Luss. As you can see folks, it's Lou Viz 2 cent. Okay, missing a few letters I think. As you can see folks, there's just loads of coaches here, and look at that, there's just a throng of people over there. Oh dear. Well folks, it's just so busy here. We did not expect this, and it's not looking good for the scone shop either. They probably have sold out. I don't think we're going to get into this scone place, so just did not think it was going to be this busy at all. Now this is the village of course where they filmed the Scottish soap opera Take the High Road, or later on it was called High Road. Yeah, so the villagers here really don't like the people walking around here, but hey ho, what can they do? Now I'm going to give you some information about the soap opera High Road. It was filmed from the 80s, sort of into 94 I think it finished being filmed. Just wasn't, they tried to make it too modern, but everybody liked the old style, so that's why it kind of stopped filming really. It was originally going to be called Glenduy, yes that was the name, but they eventually changed the village name to Glendarach, and they carried on just making it, but I was just so busy down here folks, honestly. Now the theme tune to Take the High Road was the famous thing that everybody remembers. Dan 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 da 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 da. Now there were 4 versions of that. The first was done by the Scottish band Silly Wizard, and that was like the Scottish version. Then they had 2 orchestral kind of versions of it throughout the 80s and the early 90s, and then the last version that everybody remembers is the electric guitar version where the riff came in, made it really heavy and rocky. That's the one everybody remembers, and that was used up until 1994 when the soap finished filming. Now some of the houses that were here were used in the actual soap. They were some of the cast's fictional houses anyway. Not sure which was which. I don't, Rosie will know though. What a lovely setting for the soap, I must say. They actually had 2 sponsors during the show's run. The first was sponsored by Brook Bond Scottish Blend Tea. Oh yes. And then the second lot from the 89 onwards was sponsored by Mother's Pride Scottish bread. Right folks, we're in the scone shop. Here it is. Have they got scones or no? Are there any scones, bro? That's not a scone. Oh, no scones. Cheers, folks. That's what we want. Top of the menu. That's what we're after. Right, here it is, folks. The scone has arrived. Let's have a look at it. Oh, look at that. There it is. Here's Bro though. Bro is getting into his scone now. It's a very exciting moment here. So we're halfway through the scone. Well, 2/3 of the way through the scone in a minute, or a third even of the way through the scone. Okay there, Bro, so far? He's not going to say... Until the end. Right, no comment until the end of the scone. We're almost done, folks. Right, Bro, this is the moment. What did you think of the scone then, now?
Do you want my full review?
Yes, yes. No, you go for the review first of all, Bro. What did you think of the scone?
Okay. Right, first impression, very good. Nice cutlery and plates and good service. Good presentation. However, the scone I found was very crumbly and very dry.
I agree with that, Bro.
There wasn't enough jam, the butter didn't really melt properly, and there was maybe too much cream.
Okay.
However, I did enjoy it, but it didn't live up to its expectation, I'm afraid, Rosie.
Oh,
and I'm only going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Oh, that's what I was
Yes,
thinking.
well, that's
Oh,
it. You know what, Bro? I think
Yeah.
I concur with that. It's exactly what I would have said. I had to ask for some extra butter to go with it, and there was just not enough jam, and the cream was a little bit overpowering, and it crumbled away.
Yeah, well, I thought
but
that
the
too.
ambience was nice and all
Yes.
that kind of stuff. So as I said, I think probably a 7 as well. Fair mark.
If it hadn't been hyped up so much, maybe it might have sneaked an 8.
So overall,
so good,
nice,
yeah.
but a
No, I don't
little
believe you, I'm sorry.
disappointing.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Thank
There's no
you.
proof.
Not as deep as
Honestly.
the-
Here's some an example of kind of garden furniture that they have around here. Right, here we are then, down at the front of the shores of Loch Lomond. Now it's getting a little bit more, a little choppier now. Still lovely. Microphone's in the way. Now, behind me, folks, is the beach bit. They used to, I'm sure they had this bit here at the start of the high road. You would see this little bit here. Dan, 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 dan. They also had Ben Lomond in there, which is over there somewhere as well. And there was another bit they had, the intro, it was through the trees, but I'm not actually sure where that was filmed. But here it is. This is the famous beach used in the opening credits of the high road. And here we are walking to the very edge of the pier here at Luss. I'm actually over the waters off Loch Lomond now, folks. There we go. Now that way's all the way back, and this way heads on back down to the other bit. Can't remember his name. Lots of little islands dotted around. This exposure doesn't really show them properly, folks, but what a beautiful setting it is. Really is fantastic. There we go. Loss. Right, just to give you an overview of where we are, folks. That's where we are right now. There it is. The way home is down here, back up through Aberfoyle, Calendar, and then back up that way. So there we go. There's an overview of where we are. The west coast of Scotland. Fantastic. Well, folks, we found this way at the back here. Look at this. Goodness me, that's a bit of overkill there. Gnome City at the back there. Crikey.
Look, that's like the European statue, you know.
Now we've seen nothing really, anything that tells you about the high road history here at all, which is a bit surprising, but we reckon it's just because 1994 was when it finished, so people have probably forgotten about it. So, but you can still see reruns of it on YouTube. Take the high road or high road, and oops, daisy, there we go. It was originally going to be called High Road, Low Road, but they thought that sounded too much like a food takeaway kind of place for some reason. I don't know where they got that idea from. Right, we seem to be causing a bit of a disturbance here, but it was also going to be called the Glendewey Factor, because that was going to be called Glendewey, the village. But yeah, nothing really. So, but Channel 4, I think, did do a rerun of the high road, or one of those stations did do a rerun of it a while back, but then just took it off again afterwards. So there you go. You can still catch it on YouTube, I believe. Yes. Sounds quite interesting, folks. Visit Coffin Valley and Burial Ground in Loch Island. Very interesting.